I'm definitely away. Just... Are we signing an actual left back? What is going on? Where is my club gone? I do not recognise them, guys. We have got, oh man, it looks like City have got a left back. Finally, I don't even recognise my club. It's absolutely thrilling news. I am buzzing. I can't wait to see him in a Manchester City shirt. Yep, it looks like we've got our man, finally, an actual left back. We got some Algerian fans in the chat as well. It's been a while, my friends. Get over here, you Riyad Mahrez fans. I can't wait to see. It's going to be fun. It's going to be an absolute ride together. I am genuinely delighted. I'm really, really buzzing. We've got a footballer. We've got a left back. Honestly, one of my favourite fullbacks in world football. I really, really, really rate this fella. I think he's absolutely cracking. I think we're going to vastly enjoy him in a Manchester City shirt, and I want to see your opinions. Get in the chat and do let me know what you make of this potential signing. The channel is also sponsored, by the way, by OneFootball. I'm very delighted to be sponsored by OneFootball. Please consider help supporting the channel by downloading it, clicking the link in the description. It's one of those things where it's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant app. It's honestly got all the information ahead of the FIFA Club World Cup there. Download it, click the link in the description below. It's also live in the pinned comment as well right now. It's just re-looping. Please stop. It's not looping. There we go. Yeah, but it's also in the pinned comment as well. OneFootball is great. I was literally reading Rayan Ait-Nouri stats before I went live, and it's one of those things where you realise just how good a play we're getting. Honestly, absolutely brilliant. Download it. Do me a massive favour and download OneFootball if you don't mind. It's great. I'm looking at his stats right now on the app itself. Look, 7 assists, by the way, which is ridiculous. 7 assists for a fullback, which is great. He's in the top 15 for that. Pass accuracy is 86%. Cross accuracy is 22%. Touches per match, 66. He has a lot of touches for a fullback as well. Very aggressive. He played 37 games and 37 starts. There's that consistency. We've got a guy who keeps himself fit. And, of course, he's been in the Premier League for an awful long time now. Yeah, so do me a massive favour, guys. Download OneFootball in the chat below. It'd be massively appreciated. It's a really, 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 really exciting signing, and it's a really, really great app. Yeah, buzzing, absolutely buzzing. I'll go to the news for you. It was who's over at the Man City French account who broke it. It's one of those things. Let me find out where it is. I'll find the news for you now, but it's definitely happening. Everyone's caught up to it. Go to the City report. Who posted it first? There we go. So this fella, if you don't really know who he is, this guy is a French-based account, and he runs Blue Moon France, basically. And this guy has been on top of it for ages. He's become a really good source. I don't know how he is, but he's become an incredibly, incredibly good source. He's got... I don't know if you're watching, mate. You've got something going on there. I don't know what it is, but yeah, he knows his stuff. He called it ages ago. He said Rayan Ait-Nouri won't play with the Algerian national team today. He'll fly tomorrow to have his medical and then sign. And then it started to report. This fella, Zertube or whatever, has posted it too. And it's happening. And then, it's been going around. And yeah, it's happened. Obviously, someone. I don't know who he does, but he does. And also now, of course, FPL Main Road, another leaker has followed it. He said Ait-Nouri's done. Come on, Shirky. So yeah, it looks like we've got another one. We've got our signing. The big aggregators have gone for it now as well. City Extra have gone for it as well. The thing is, sometimes these smaller, not big journalists get it because they find out via people at the club or whatever, something like that. And I think it's very obvious that these guys, know a thing or two. And look, he called it as well. This fella called De Bruyne leaving City before it even happened. So fair enough. And he also called Rodri winning the Ballon d'Or before it happened. I don't know how this guy knows this stuff, but his sources are clearly excellent. They really are. So yeah, there we go. I mean, he just is, and it's one of those things that where we're looking at that gift. I know, yeah, that gift. We're looking at City's first choice left back now being finally here. I just can't believe we've actually got a left back, man. Rayan Ait-Nouri is a cracking player. He's so good. Honestly, it was him or Kirkes for me. For me, Ait-Nouri is the choice at left back. I think he really is. The report said he will travel to City for his medical tomorrow, according to journalists at Main Taibi, having been granted permission to leave the Algerian national team and miss tonight's friendly versus Rwanda. That, of course, means there's been a deal between him and the Wolves. Brilliant news. Genuinely brilliant news. I think the backup left back should be Nico O'Reilly, by the way. I don't think it should be Ake. I think Ake should probably move on, unless he wants to stay. I'm fine with that at the same time. But I would guess you've got, you've got the options there for Ake to stay. But O'Reilly, to me, should be the man. Ait-Nouri, if you don't know much about him, he's been at Wolves for a few years now. I saw these stats where they're comparing the two players. Look, and here we go. Look, this is Ait-Nouri versus Kerkez. He played technically less minutes, more goals, more assists, more chances created, better pass accuracy, he contests more duels, he makes more tackles, much more tackles for what it's worth, take-ons completed, much more, nearly 3 times as many take-ons. He's better in the air than Kerkez. His ground duels, he wins more ground duels, he's miles more duels, he loses possession an awful lot less. There we go. So statistically, look, this is our man here on the left, Ait-Nouri compared to Kerkez. And don't get me wrong, I would take Kerkez in a heartbeat. I think he's a cracking player. But Ait-Nouri is absolutely a Manchester City player in terms of level and ability. And he might be systemic, and he might be because he's 3 years older. But what I'm saying is, he's the flavour of the month, Kerkez. We've got a guy who's probably just as good and maybe even better. I do think Kerkez might have something on him in general, but I think Ait-Nouri is better technically. I don't think that's even complicated. I think Ait-Nouri's a better dribbler. I think he is. I think he's a little bit taller. Look, defensively, I think Kerkez might have a little bit on him in terms of his one-on-one defending. But I would think Kerkez... He's more of a Liverpool fullback, where I think Ait-Nouri is a Manchester City fullback. He's absurdly talented on the ball. I agree with Sean there in the chat. I think he's incredibly naturally gifted. I think we've got ourselves a cracking player, and yeah, absolutely wonderful. A brilliant footballer, and I need to do more videos on this guy. I need to find someone to talk to and have a little bit of a chat about him and see what he can bring to Manchester City. Yeah, maybe a more athletic Kerkez, but look, honestly... he's brilliant, Ait-Nouri. Absolutely brilliant. I wanted him years ago. It's one of those things where we saw, him linked to City. I remember making a video many years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, before he joined Wolves. And I wanted it then because I did a little bit of research back then. And he's been consistently one of the better players every single time we play Wolves. He's clearly going to play in that sort of wide left role and get really high up the pitch and essentially allow an overlapping fullback for the first time in ages. Of course, he'll drift inside every now and then. But what we will see him do is let Marmoush, let Shirky or whoever is on that left-hand side cut in and essentially have an option there. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see in a City shirt. I think this is the very exciting signing. And once again, by the way, please do download OneFootball. I want to say it's a fantastic app and it helps support the channel. If you want to help Stephen today more than anything, please just give the video a like and please subscribe. It'd be massively appreciated as well. And download OneFootball. It's in the pinned comment on the video. I'm close to... I need 44 more subscribers to 74,000, so you can give that the video, it'd be great. And don't forget as well, give the video a like. 600 people watching, 90 likes, we can do better than that. Yeah, look, this guy is great. Only 23 years old. He keeps himself fit. He's fast. He's a big lad. He's smart. Technically, absolutely mesmeric. Really gifted. And will add loads to this Manchester City side. Look, it's been ages since we had a left back lock it down. Of course, look, we had Vardiel. He was signed as a centre back but played left back. We had Zinchenko, who we turned into left back. We had Delph, who we turned into a left back. Even like Ake was more of a centre back, but we turned him into, obviously a left back as well. He could play there, but he was more of a centre back. This is the first time we've signed a guy who's just purely a left. Cancelo was a right back that we turned into a left back. This is the first time we've signed a pure left back since Mendy, I reckon. And before that, it was like years before we locked one down as well. So it's been an awful long time, We've made do when we've done different things, but I think we're addressing an issue as well that we've lacked. Like, the thing is about Cancelo, defensively, he wasn't great, but the one thing Cancelo actually did bring to Manchester City is... a wonderful technical ability. Creatively offered so much from deep. Like, we can't deny that the fact that Cancelo offered loads more creatively than Ake and Vardiel ever could do, because he was more of an attacking midfielder that way. So even though it did expose us a bit defensively, look, the way that teams are defending so deep these days, you do need players who can do something a little bit magic on the ball. You need someone who can help break down these low blocks. And Ait-Nouri can go out wide and whip across in. He can drive in midfield, play the flicks, the 1-2s. He's going to love playing with Shirky, by the way, because they're both flicks and tricks and numerically gifted. And look, Nico O'Reilly as well as the alternative. To me, that's really good. O'Reilly and Ait-Nouri to those two for me, absolutely excellent stuff. Yeah, I'll be buzzing to see him in a City shirt. I think he's going to be a brilliant player, and I think to me he is the right choice for Manchester City. Like, I can't wait to see him. I really can't wait to see him. So it's, it's going to happen. Algerian football as well. The big Algerian account, they've gone for it as well with the graphic there as well. Yeah, look, these Algerian accounts are all connected. They all know the journalists and so on. They're very proud of their players, rightfully so. So if these are all posting it, it's almost certainly going to happen. I saw the super chat from King Claddy King. Worst rejectors, as you called his mobile. Look, the worst rejection thing, I felt guilty about that, but let's be honest. He never. That was never the case. Yeah, that was never the case. It's one of those things where obviously that was yeah. So I need to quickly reply to. 1 second. I just need to reply to a very important text from my wife, who's got a newborn down there. I need to. I think a window's leaking in my house, and I think I need to go down and. Oh, in the car. So they've got windows leaking in the car. Can you? I need to run back and sort the car. Guys, can I come back in 1 minute? Because Nicola can't do it. She's got a newborn and a toddler. And I've got the car windows open and it's pissing it down with rain. Is that okay? I'm sorry this is so unprofessional, but I've got to go and sort the car out. Yeah, I'll be back in 1 minute. Is that okay? I'm really sorry, but we've got a leaking window. Back in 1 second. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry about that. I am actually drenched. Look at that. I was outside for 5 seconds. The windows are open in the car and it's torrential downpour. If you're in the Northwest, you probably know what I'm on about. Whew. Yeah, the car is definitely drenched inside, and I'm just outside for seconds and look. Well, chair needs an upgrade. It's an old chair, man. Sorry about that. We got a left back! Yes! Hey! Great content, this. I've nearly broke my mic. Why were the windows open? Do you know that thing when it's really hot and you leave it open a little bit because you don't want the car to get too hot? Because we've got toddlers that need to go in it. I forgot to close it. That's the only reason. We've got like how to explain it? When you've got kids, you need to put this like a little shade block thing on so the sun doesn't get in their eyes. It's a little cover thing because obviously they're sat in the back of the car. And sometimes you forget because it's black and you don't see it. So that's the reason. Yeah, and I live in Ramsbottom. It's the back of the house and you can't even see the windows are open, but we can. Anyway, it's all done. Grim, Chris, absolutely grim. Who's this guy interrupting our chair stream? We got Rayan Ait-Nouri, guys. We got Rayan Ait-Nouri. We've got our man. We've got a fantastic footballer. We've got a guy who's going to change Manchester City's approach. He's going to bring actual width. He's going to cross the ball for Haaland. He's going to bring quality, technical quality. He'll bring ideas. He'll bring creativity. He'll bring decent presence and physicality. He's absolutely one of the most suitable fullbacks I could think to sign for Manchester City Football Club. I think this is awful. 3 flights of stairs in my defence. No, 2 flights of stairs. But I sprinted. I've got to go down the attic stairs, the hall stairs. I've got to go down. It's like 20 yards to the car as well, so I've got to run out, get in, then run back and up down. I couldn't gegenpress you right, but I sprinted. And also, then I'm constantly talking. Blah, 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 blah. So he's left the national team. Look, for the 2 down, 1 to go. And I still can't believe we're actually signing a left back. You know, maybe it's me who should be left back with my fitness these days. But we've got, you know, obviously Reinders is coming in. We've got Ait-Nouri. And we're going to get Shirky, almost certainly. And look, to fair to City, man, you've got to be fair to City. Caldew come out and said, we are going to sign these players before the Club World Cup. And we're going to get 3 of the players that we need the most. A midfielder, a creative number 10, and a left back. We also need a right back. That'll be after the World Cup, I reckon, Club World Cup. But it's one of those things where we're getting the players that we need, I reckon. And I'm very much looking forward to see how it changes the dynamic of this Manchester City side. New ideas, new rhythms, new patterns. Where's the triangles gone? Where's the little flicks and tricks? Where's the speed of thought? I want to see that. I want to see the hunger as well, you know. I want to see City players who want to be here, who want to prove all the quality that they've got. And I feel like this is where we're edging towards right now, you know. We've got creative players who are going to bring so much to Manchester City. The Shirky bid was outrageous, by the way. I understand the low balling for a reason, but I actually laughed out loud at it when I saw we bid like, what was it, like about 18 million quid, 17 million quid. I genuinely just laughed. Like, it felt like a piss take, but... So if you're just tuning in, by the way, the Ait-Nouri deal, it's going to happen. All the big Algerian journalists have picked it up now. The big mainstream journalists haven't done yet, but a lot of the City sort of in the know people have picked it up as well. It's clearly happening. He's clearly going to have his medical. That's what's been reported now, and he's leaving the Algerian camp. And it looks like we've got our man. That implies that City have agreed a deal with Wolves. They've agreed a deal with Ait-Nouri personally, and it's just now a case of getting him signed up, getting him registered, and we're going to see him very soon. And I can't wait, man. I'll go over to the lineup to build a type thing again, and we'll go through it. Once again, by the way, download it. Look, the FIFA Club World Cup, of course, is only around the corner. Ait-Nouri will be there. If you want all the stats and information, download OneFootball. I'll be doing live streams as well during the Club World Cup, and I can't wait to see it all. So here's what we're going to look like, you know. Ait-Nouri will play here. There. At left back. Not here. Not there. Not here, not up there, or that. He's a left back. We've signed a left back. We've got our man. We've got an actual left back, you know. And I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see how he gets on. Medical before, here we go. Look, I guess in this instance, I think Fabrizio sources just aren't there yet. As I said, this comes from a French City fan, a lot of it, who knows, you know, obviously a thing or two. He's been early on a few things. He clearly has, you know, obviously. Oh, here we go. Do you want to see a better source? Let me just, City report. Where's the Sasha fella? I've just saw a better source. If you're not, there we go. Sasha Tavalieri, who's obviously like a tier 1 level source, so he said Ait-Nouri has left the Algerian national team to travel to Manchester for his medical to complete his transfer to the Citizens. Everything is in order. So there we go. Look, that is as big a confirmation as you'll get. It's done. It's done. It's going to happen. We've got our man. So I am really, really chuffed about this. Sasha said it, so it's done. Yeah, so there you go. Thank you very much, Zerish. Very much appreciated. No, this is really obviously happening, Usman. There's too many pieces here. It's like when Marmoush signed as well, and all the Egyptian random accounts started knowing about it, because they know about it for a reason. Because these guys, and I mean this with the greatest respect, you know, the slightly smaller footballing nations, Algeria and Egypt, are massive footballing nations. But what I mean by that is they haven't got a mainstream league or whatever. They're very proud of the players that play in the Premier League and so on. They pay attention to them. There's a lot of fanaticism towards players who aren't necessarily, you know, who are taking their country forward, so to speak, in terms of the football standing. And as a result, you know, a lot of people tend to follow their careers intensely and they speak and so on. That doesn't happen, that same level of fandom for English players, but it does for Algerian players or Egyptian players. And with Marmoush, you could tell that just a lot of people in Egypt knew, because Marmoush, someone close to him, was telling people, and they're very proud of it, so it spread around. Look, no one's proud, no one's really asked if an English player is moving to an English club. No one's going to tell anyone, because it's not a big deal, if that makes sense. So it's one of those things where it goes around very quickly, yeah. That's the best way to put it, because, no, you know what I'm saying, Alvin? It's obviously a huge league, but in terms of the world standing, Fabrizio's gone for it as well now, has he? We've got, here we go. There we go. Here we go. Should I do another video with the here we go? Do you know what? I might start again with the here we go. Should I just do it? I'll be live in a few minutes. I need to get the here we go in the thumbnail. You guys fine with that? Yeah, I'll see you in a minute with the Here We Go, okay? You're going to join me live in 2 minutes, all right? I want to get the Here We Go video in the title, so I'll join. Yeah, see you in a minute.